Speaking on BBC's Any Questions? The director of the Institute of Economic Affairs said he wished former Prime Minister Tony Blair and other Remainers advocating for a second Brexit referendum would turn their efforts to making sure a good deal was reached between the UK and Brussels at the end of the negotiations. Mr. Littlewood said, "I don't think Brexit can be avoided, and however you voted I hope it won't be. A decision was made by the British people, a narrow one, admittedly in this great city of London opinions were on the other side heavily, but a decision was made, and if the referendum involving that number of people is going to mean anything and if we are going to live in a democracy, I think it is important that you carry out the wishes as expressed at the ballot box even if you are grotesquely disappointed with them. I actually wish Tony Blair and others who are clearly disappointed by the result would turn their energy into making sure that we got the best Brexit as possible, rather than trying to reverse a democratic decision." Brexit news: Mark Littlewood shuts down Tony Blair's latest attempt to stop Brexit. Asked whether he believed a solution for the Irish border could be reached, Mr. Littlewood, once a spokesman for the Liberal Democrat Party, replied, "Yes, I believe it is possible to reach a solution there. That does not mean it is simple, it does not mean it is easy. There will be a border between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, there is presently a border, there is a border between two countries, let's not pretend it isn't there. The question is how you police that border, and I am confident that with good grace and some common sense on both sides we will find a solution. It will be largely around the rather boring use of technology, making sure that various things are checked before they actually cross the border, such as we don't need a hard border there. I wish Tony Blair and others would turn their energy into making sure that we got the best Brexit." Mark Littlewood: "If we cannot solve that problem over the next year or two, and I believe that we should be able to solve it in weeks, then I do fear for the future. Whether you were for Brexit or Remain, the consequence of the Brexit vote is, decisions are going to have to come back to this country and we are going to have to make them in the best way that we can. I've got confidence that we can confront these sort of decisions, and this one in my view is a technical issue more than it is a constitutional one. And I think we can. That's why I remain a Brexit optimist. But to derail this decision in totality would be the biggest abdication of democracy in my lifetime in this country, and there is a place that no politician should go to." Speaking at the UK in a Changing Europe conference on Thursday, Mr. Blair renewed his attempt to call for a second EU referendum. The former Labour leader argued that Theresa May is trying to avoid spelling out the detail of her plans until we are irreversibly out of Europe. Mr. Blair said Parliament will have the chance to change the direction of the process by legislating for another referendum on the terms of the Brexit deal. The former PM added, "People say that there will be disillusion if Brexit doesn't happen. Personally, I doubt this if it is the result of a fresh say on the final deal. But even if true, the bigger disillusion will be when those who voted for Brexit because they feared the future shaped by free market globalization, realize they are now conscripts in an adventure to embrace it more fully. This is the awesome responsibility which now rests with Parliament.